Good morning, it's Wednesday, November 20th, about 6 a.m. Central Time. So overnight, the precious metals are taking a bit of a breather after a three-day bounce. What precious metal bulls do not want to see is a bounce to a lower high, specifically in the silver market. You want to see silver close above, and I'd write this level down. I'd circle it on the chart, 3161.5 to avoid that type of chart pattern. The gold-silver ratio has been climbing to 85-1, meaning that the preferred metal remains gold over silver. So if you look at the overnight price action, gold futures up $1.80, 26.32 last. And then if you look at the silver market, down 26 cents, sitting at 30.99 last. So overnight low 30.89. That's also our first level of support. Below that level is going to be 30.47. If we can close over 30.61.5, it can attack 31.96, which is going to be your 50-day moving average. A close above that will shift the mentality of some of the people that use different types of moving averages to trigger longs, and then the market could start to attack 32.50, $33, and then 33.17, which is the trend reversal point. Now, the problem with the gold market and silver at the moment here is that the dollar index is gaining some momentum upwards, so all your foreign currencies are a bit lower. And then also from a geopolitical risk standpoint, we're seeing some of that die down, some of the rhetoric here over between Russia and Ukraine, as Russia said that it was ready to talk with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump about a potential ceasefire with Ukraine. Reuters reported that Putin may agree to discuss carving up 4 regions in Ukraine, and that Russia may be ready to pull out some of its forces. I suspect that use of that long-range weaponry, and then also the implementation of landmines, or at least the approval of it to prevent Russia from advancing in Ukraine, had really weighed in on this decision. Now, where things will change is that once it gets reported within Russia and to their specific news agencies, does Putin deny these claims, and then things start to escalate again. So that's what we're going to have to watch. Again, the dollar index is staging a recovery after a 3-day drop, and then you look at 10-year treasury yields and 2-year treasury yields both advancing, and that's weighing in, and it's halting some of the gains in some of these metals markets. Now, we are going to have a big earnings event after the bell here, which is NVIDIA. It's going to be the biggest earnings event of the quarter. The options market implies about an 8% move in NVIDIA in one way or another. If the market can take this news and really receive it well, you should see U.S. equities in a path for them to drift higher all the way through the end of the year. This is the biggest event of the year in the U.S. equity markets, bigger than a CME's Fed Watch tool showing that the Federal Reserve is set to cut rates 25 basis points at December 18th. It's dying down to about a 50-50 shot, so we're going to have to wait and see. As far as other data coming out, just 3 Fed speakers and the crude oil inventory data are the only things on the docket. If you get back to the gold market, 26.67, that's your 50-day moving average, 2600, kind of your bull bear line. And if you look back at momentum studies, so I'm kind of bouncing back and forth on the silver market, something constructively, and you guys should have this on your chart, ADX. It measures the strength of the trend. So the downward trend that we've been here is starting to die off and kind of fade off, at least the strength of the downward movement. And then if you look at stochastics, they're starting to rise from oversold territory. But 2 things that you're not going to get the technical traders involved with the silver market to the upside until you start to see the MACD turn positive. And then finally, DMI plus crossover minus. So smaller video here today, kind of strapped for time. You got any questions, give me a call, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures option trading does involve risk loss, may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.